Bortles. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. At the end of 1, it's a close game here early on. More from Jacksonville after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Bortles. This will be caught just inside the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. His pass caught with the 4. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams have done enough to be leading here to this point, but in a close game, you know the second half is going to have some more twists and turns, which should lead to some excitement. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Bryant is going to jar the ball loose on the sack. This ends up as a loss of 9. Following the fumble, Drake's going to stay up the middle, and this run goes for a touchdown. Dolphins go up by 8. 3rd down at the 41. Lee's got the reception, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 12-yard line. Sticking with the same drive, Lee's wide open here on the catch, and it ends up working for a touchdown. Trailing now by 2. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ryan Tannehill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
So they're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they want.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. On fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And out come the Dolphins now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 35 yards. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
10 yards still left on second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Love the effort, love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Aggression has no doubt been their game. They've got the lead. They had converted 3 straight 2-point conversions. Finally, it catches up to them.
I remember last year when they were putting the PAT in where you had to kick it from the 15. I asked all the coaches that I talked to, what's your plan? And they're like, look, we're starting to have full periods of 2-point conversion tries. Well, it's paid off for this team. 3 times in a row they got them prior to that miss.
Illegal touching. Offense. 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 Illegal touching. Offense.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Bortles now on first down. It's caught right side. It turns. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns, 33 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Tannehill going to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's Freeman's Falcons going up against Ingram Saints. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And his first look is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
And I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Matt Ryan and the rest of the Falcon offense trotting onto the field. Their season ended in the divisional round this year of the playoffs. And for Matt Ryan, the numbers were still very good, but down significantly, Charles, from his MVP season a year ago.
Yeah, yards per attempt, yards per completion, quarterback rating all down, as you said, significantly. But still a season that most people would be very happy with. 20 touchdown passes, just 12 interceptions. The problem is he set the bar so high the year before with 38-7. So we know what Matt Ryan's capable of, and he'll be looking to get back to that level in 2018.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Ryan now off the bootleg. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Let's talk a little bit about safety Kenny Vaccaro. You can use him like the ultimate chess piece. Drop him in the box as a safety, turn him into a linebacker. Drop him back into coverage, and he can play zone and also match up man-to-man against slot receivers, running backs, and tight ends. Saints love that flexibility. He's been with them since coming into the league as a first-round pick in 2013. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
And on 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field. Could they blitz? Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues. And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Back to the running game. It's Freeman able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Freeman again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass. Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will tie us at 3-3. It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch. And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. We'll see a lot of that from Drew Brees. Spread the field, get rid of the ball quickly.
He spreads the field out a lot, so he's able to recognize the defenses, the coverages, and if people are going to blitz it. And he has a fortitude to stand in there when they do. He serves as his own blitz control, so to speak. Hey, you've got a free runner coming. That's one less guy in coverage. He'll stand in there, take the hit, and deliver a strike downfield.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shotgun now for Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was because, let's be honest about it, losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl, you were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one, but this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down, Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them, 11 yards and a first down.
I think of Tevin Coleman as a really good combo back. He can run it, but in terms of being a 3rd down back, I think he ranks with the best in the league.
So good at leaking out of the backfield. Ryan finding him there for the Falcons first. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. His throw incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this is going to be incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now a play fake here on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are in for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. New Orleans offense working its way back out there. As we look at them ahead to 2018, as that wound at the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles, they're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent squad again.
It certainly should, and frankly, if the offensive line comes back healthy and intact, that's another big win for them, especially with their 2 tackles, Teron Armstead at left tackle, Ryan Ramczyk, who was a rookie last season at right tackle. They are loaded going forward. If they could get a real playmaker at tight end, that might be the last piece. And if that happens, I'd hate to be a defensive coordinator trying to game plan for them.
A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Breeze shakes off the sack. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bryant on the handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still second down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. To throw is Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. It's a close game here early on. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Now Breeze. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again, Bryant. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bryant. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Oh, the spin. Now another. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange.
They don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Breeze now on 1st down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So 2nd and 10 here. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Breeze. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt.
From the left hash, this from 37.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So that's their 3rd trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Ingram again, and he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 18-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up the third down.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Ryan now off the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 17 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Breeze now on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
second down following the incompletion. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Escapes the sack. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. 3rd down here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. On second down, here's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A Falcon first down, Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. The Saints are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Falcons have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Hill's going to cough up the football here. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Freeman's going to hit off the left side, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown as they take the lead 7-3. Saints with the ball, end of the first. Coleman's got the catch here, and he ends up at the 44-yard line before he stopped. Now to late in the second. Freeman's going to run off the left side, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 18-yard line. Still a little time left on the clock. Sanu's by himself here, and it leads to a touchdown. Falcons push their lead to 11. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw, it's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This New Orleans team definitely a second-half club a year ago. In fact, they had the best second-half differential in the NFL, plus 64.
Well, I think head coach Sean Payton does a terrific job of crystallizing in the half, reducing, and then going ahead and being very specific in their attack in the second.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Now Breeze on third down. And Gibbs got it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. first and 10. Here's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You can control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Saints on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Saints are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, Ryan. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot. Work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Coming left, it's Freeman. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd down following the run. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Craig Robertson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So that one will be accepted.
Still 2nd down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Second and goal to go now. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're looking at a third and goal here. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And it's up and good. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Breeze hands to Ingram, and he'll be knocked down sideways around the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. has he today? Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Breaks through the contact. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Breeze to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Saints on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On first down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's Freeman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And it's complete. Hooper. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's Freeman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Off The play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And nobody was open downfield there. It looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, it definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Breeze will try again on second down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Breeze. His throw incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now Breeze again. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you can probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Ryan on first down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Again, Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
And they give this time to the tailback. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football. This D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Here's Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Breeze now on 1st down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deion Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a sideline pass that's caught by Thomas. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always the key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well, and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have 2 guys in his vicinity, usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Third down now following the run. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Craig Robertson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Now it's Ginn. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Three yards remaining here on second down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Fighting to stay upright. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Breeze got to have this one. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 22 yards of the pickup there. And it'll be first down Saints. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a first down following that long gain. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Breeze to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Coleman from 6 yards away. And the Saints get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Bryant on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Bryant heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.